Welcome to Seattle College's international programs and our show Conversations With, where we talk to people that help you understand how you too can be an international student in the United States and why Seattle Colleges should be your first choice. We'll talk to students and staff and agents and government folks, all kinds of people about what you can expect when you're getting ready to apply or travel here, what you'll experience while you're with us, and how it can all lead to an amazing life. Don't forget to check out the Seattle College's International Programs website at intl.seattlecolleges.edu, where you can find a treasure trove of information about the school, the programs here, and best of all, fill out and submit your application. Again, that's intl.seattlecolleges.edu. Hey everybody, welcome back to Seattle College's Conversations With. We're here at Seattle Central College today, and I'm really excited because not only is this our first guest from Burundi, but it's the first time I've ever actually met anyone from Burundi. So glad you're on the show. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for inviting me.
Oh yeah, I'm so glad you made it. That's great. Do you mind telling our listeners who you are, where you're from exactly, and then maybe what you're studying here at Seattle Central?
Okay, so hi everyone. My name is Claudie Bettina Manirakiza. I'm from the capital city of Burundi, which is called Bujumbura. And I'm doing medical assistant studies here at Seattle Central College.
Cool. Okay, but it seems to me that is a long ways from Seattle. So you are in Burundi, you're thinking about going to school outside of your country. How did you discover Seattle Colleges?
Okay, so my aunt who lives here in Seattle, she lives in, so she helped me discover this city because I've always loved exploring new cities, and then this is one of the cities that I guess not many people from Burundi come to. So, she chose this college for me, and then she helped me apply to that and all of that. Yeah.
That's cool. How long has she been in the United States?
For 7 or 8 years.
Oh, wow. So a lot of people ask me about housing, what they do for, where they live. So do you live with your family then?
Oh, no, I live in the college campus.
Oh, you do? Do you live in the dormitories?
Yeah.
Well, tell our listeners about your experience in the housing. Do you have a 2, a 3, or a 4-bed unit?
I live in a 4-bedroom, and then I have 3 roommates, which has been a great experience because we are all from different countries. One is from Thailand, one is Korean, and another one is Vietnamese. So the mixture of cultures is good because you get to experience, you get to taste new foods, you get to know about the culture of other people. So it's pretty interesting.
Yeah. So you say you get to try new foods. They cook for you. Do you cook for them?
Yeah, we sometimes they cook for themselves, but then we exchange. They give us a taste of what they've cooked, so that I know what to eat.
So what have you cooked for them that they've tried that is a traditional dish, maybe from Burundi?
So it's not like a traditional dish, but it's something it's more of a snack the Burundian people love. Not only Burundians, but most people from East Africa, and it's called chapati. So it's rolled dough that you roll, and then you fry it on a pan, and then you can either add beans or whatever you need.
What do they think? Did they like it?
Yeah, I think they liked it because they've tried making them themselves.
That's awesome. That's really great. And did you like their food? Did you?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. It's pretty interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, you have roommates from good countries for food. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. So you graduated from a school did you go to a public school or a private school?
Oh, I was in a private school.
You were? In the capital?
Oh, no, it was more of the countryside.
Oh.
Yeah, it's called Gitega International Academy. It's a school which is in one of the major cities in Burundi. It's called Gitega. So it's in the countryside, but it was good. Yeah.
How many students were there in your class?
Around in my class.
Like, so your graduating class, how many?
There were 2 classes. Both of us, total of the class was around 60 or 61.
Okay, that's pretty good size. And girls only, or was it boys and girls?
No, it was co-ed.
It was co-ed. Okay, gotcha. Wow, that's really cool. And at what point in your time there did you start thinking about maybe going somewhere else for college, high school?
For going for college?
Yeah, like university, college.
I think from grade 7 or 8.
Oh, young.
Yeah. I always wanted to go and study in another country.
Did you consider other countries? I know you have family here, but did you think about...
U.S. was not my first choice. I wanted to go to Australia.
Oh.
But then, I guess, God wanted me to come here, so...
Could be, yeah. Do you have other friends or classmates from your school that ended up coming to the United States as well?
Not my classmate, but people we studied from the same school. Like, they were 2 years ahead of me.
Oh.
They're in Seattle. So.
They are?
Yeah.
Wow. Where are they? What school?
I don't know where they study particularly, but they're in Seattle, and we've met a couple
You
of
have?
times. Yeah.
That's so cool. So you knew each other before.
Yeah.
You see them here again. I can't imagine that there is a huge community of people from Burundi in Seattle. But we do have a lot of Africans in Seattle.
Yeah, there are a lot of Africans. I've met people from my part of Africa, like East Africa. I've met Kenyans, I've met Rwandese, and I've met Tanzanians. But there's a few Burundians, like I'm not sure a number of Burundians.
Have you met Telvin? Telvin Kameta is a guy from Kenya, and he works in the information office. He was on the show. He was episode number 13, I think, or something. But super cool dude.
I don't think
he's from Mombasa.
Yeah, Mombasa. I don't think I've met him, but there was like the African celebration thing that happened during Black History Month. I think I saw a Kenyan who was there who was like coordinating the show. So I think that might be him or maybe, not, but I don't know.
He's involved in a lot of things.
They're more just something like that, I guess.
Well, speaking of being involved in things, you know, we have a lot of activities, a lot of clubs, a lot of community things going on. What do you do in addition to being a student? Like, what kinds of things do you do?
I'm not in any clubs.
No
but
clubs?
I think I want to join some soon. I haven't had, like, the courage to go and sign up for any club yet.
Okay.
But I'm going to change that soon.
I love it. What kind of interests do you have?
Reading.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if there is you know, the thing of it is if a club doesn't exist that you're interested in, you can always start it. You could be the president. Nuh-uh. So tell us about, so your program's a little bit special. It's a 2-year program, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about, were there anything special you had to do to apply for it?
No, I didn't do anything special.
Nothing special, just your normal application.
Yeah, I think.
Does your program, tell me the name of your program. It's medical
assistance.
Medical assistant. Is it only start in fall? Or can you start fall, spring, winter, summer?
It started in summer.
Oh,
yeah.
And you're required to start in summer?
No, I don't think. I think you can start in time. I'm not sure. I have never asked.
No,
but
that's
I started
okay.
in the summer.
And is the people in your class, the number of people in your class limited? Like, is there so many people in your cohort?
I'll not see many people, but like the spaces are limited.
Okay.
Because like if you don't hurry up to register many times, the first time I tried to register, like it was full, and it was only like a week or 2 after registration started. So I think it fills up pretty quickly.
Pretty fast. Gotcha. And it's only offered at this campus, right? You couldn't do this medical assistant like at South or North.
I don't know.
You're not sure about that?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that because I only applied for the Seattle Central College.
Right. Well, health sciences in general, whether it's what you do or radiology, or they're all very popular with international students. So it's nice to know. And so how many quarters have you done so far?
This is number 2.
Number 2. So tell us about your first quarter in your field of study. Well, how many classes did you have to take, and what were they? Do they tell you what classes you need to take, or do you get to choose?
They tell you what classes.
They do.
Yeah.
And what were the classes you were supposed to take for that?
Biology and chem.
Okay. That's 2. Is that a full schedule, just those 2 classes?
Oh, no, I had to take additional classes to complete the 13 credit requirements that you need to keep your...
So what else did you take?
Literature.
Oh, nice. You like to read. So. Yeah. So was it English literature, world literature?
Literature and society. I think that's what's called.
What do you think about that class?
I like it. I think I like it better even like the medical assistants, because like anything involving grading, I'm like, sign me up.
Sign me up. That's cool. Well, maybe you can take more literature classes while you're here.
Yeah, I think sometime.
Was that literature class in-person class, or was that
in person? What? I don't like online classes because they make me lazy. Because I'm like, if I'm online, like I don't have the motivation to get up and log in. So I think I'd rather have in-person classes because I'm required to attend, so that teacher can see me and not be online.
I love what you're saying, because I'm a little older than you are. I'm old school. I really love in-person classes, not just because it makes me more motivated. I'm less lazy, but also I think the networking experience and hearing other people's ideas firsthand is really great. What were you required to do for that literature class? Did you have to write papers?
Yeah, a lot of papers. Yeah.
Essays, or like would you read something and then it would be a reflective piece, or what kinds of writing was it?
It was a variety. Sometimes you had to write essays, and then another time you had to like write reflections. Other times you had to write summaries.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
What was the best thing you read in that class?
The Roundhouse.
The Roundhouse.
Yeah.
Is that a short story?
No, it's like a novel by Louise Erdrich, something like that.
I don't know this book.
Yeah, I think it talks about like being victims of sexual assaults, and then like how family can help you overcome like some of the situations that you're in. Right,
but this is a work of fiction, or is it a?
I think it's fiction, but I think it can be related. It can be contemporary to the word now, because I think like.
It's called The Roundhouse.
Yeah, The Roundhouse.
There you go, guys. Check it out. That's really great. So the other classes you were required to take. Let's start with biology. This is the first class in a series. So we've never really gotten into the details of some of those kinds of classes. Is it in class plus a lab? Or?
Yeah, I have labs.
You do? And so they like present information in a class situation, and then you go to a lab to do what?
You team up with people, and then like maybe like you most of the time like you observe things under the microscope, and you try to seeing inside someone's like organs, and then
like human organs?
Oh, not necessarily, but like a replica of human's organs.
Did you like the lab piece?
Yeah. I love because I think this might make me sound like a little problematic, but I've always loved looking inside of things, so I think it's pretty impressive seeing what's inside a human body. Like sometimes when I have a cut on my body, I like to expand it a little bit and see what's inside, and I'm like, wow, like that's pretty impressive.
That is pretty impressive. But you don't cut yourself open.
No, I don't cut myself.
Let's not do surgery on yourself. That's great. Well, that's really cool. I took biology when I was at school as well, my first years of university, and I loved it. I thought it was cool. But I didn't take chemistry, and you have started.
Oh, I hate chemistry. I don't even like it.
You just the subject matter is not all that great. Huh? Do you must have labs for chemistry too?
Yeah.
And what are those like?
I don't know. I don't pay I don't pay attention in chemistry because like chemistry has been like a pretty touchy subject for me since high school. I don't like chemistry. I'm like these subjects gives me the ick.
Oh, is it difficult?
I don't think I could say difficult, but it's not something I like.
Right.
So I have to go to tutoring so that I can get passing marks.
Well, I'm glad you said that because a lot of students ask about resources, like tutoring resources. So you've taken advantage of what's available.
Yeah.
Can you tell people in the audience, like, if they want to get tutoring for math, science, whatever, how do they go about doing it, and how have you taken advantage of it?
I book like appointment on Starfish.
Okay.
Yeah, like I go on Canvas and then I go to Starfish and then I book. Then they assign me a tutor, and then we set like a time, then a place. Most of the times it's in the tutoring center.
Yeah,
I think
upstairs,
like like next to the library or something. Yeah, and then we see it, and then they try to explain as like whatever questions you have, and I think they do pretty good because like every time I go into a tutor and something I've never understood, like I think I understand it better doing a one-on-one because like like you have all the attention and then like them explaining it. Yeah. I think people should take advantage of that because it's cool.
Because the tutoring is included in your tuition. Yeah. So absolutely go out there, guys, and take advantage of tutors.
Yeah, take advantage of it for sure.
So when I started, my first semester at a university, I took an English class, and I wrote an essay, and I got a D-. I mean, it was a terrible grade. And it freaked me out because I was always a really great student in high school. So I went and did tutoring, and slowly my essay grades started coming up once I understood. But it was super helpful.
Super helpful. Yeah, for sure.
You didn't have to take math class this first quarter.
No, but I think I'm going to have to take them next quarter.
Are you worried?
Not much.
Oh, you're pretty good at math.
I'm going to do pretty well. Yeah.
Cool. When do you actually get into medical assisting classes? Like right now, it sounds like you're kind of doing some basic stuff, and then you'll actually start taking.
I think next quarter because like I'm finishing up the first year, so I think like I don't know, I'm not pretty sure, but I think it's next quarter because based on what I've been seeing, we're studying like we're getting closer and closer. So I think it might be next quarter or the quarter after next quarter.
Gotcha. Now you have to take classes during the summer?
Yeah, I want to.
You want to?
Yeah, I don't take a break.
But you're not required to. You could take summer off if you want.
Yeah, they told me I could take off next summer, the next quarter if I want to, but I don't want to.
Keep going.
I think like I want to go to go into it and finishing and be done that. Yeah.
It's interesting. Like, seems like half and half. Some students, they want that vacation quarter. Others are like, no, I just want to get it done. I want to keep going.
I think like if I took the summer off, I don't know what I will be doing in the meantime. Like all of that time, even if I took off time to go and relax on the beach, I think I'll be pretty bored because. And I'm like, let me just get on with studying and then be done. Finish. Yeah.
So you've had a little time in country though. You've had some vacations, like in between quarters. Have you explored any of the other states in the United States?
I went to Oregon.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, like during Easter, like during the spring break.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I went there for like a week.
Just to drive around?
Yeah, seeing around. And
that's so cool. Where'd you go in Oregon? I grew up in Oregon, so.
Oh, I don't think I remember even the names of the places that went, but like, I think like it was like the side, like this one, like where you enter, like when you arrive in Oregon first.
Like Portland, Oregon, the big city?
Yeah, I think it's Portland because like I wanted to go and see like some places where the Twilight. You see the book Twilight by Stephanie.
Now that's right, the Columbia Gorge area.
Like I wanted to go and see like the city that's mentioned a pretty of times there.
So you're a Twilight fan? Did you read the books?
Yeah, I love Twilight. I think I've reread it like every week. I reread it.
But you know that the state of Washington.
Yeah, Forks.
Have you been to Forks yet?
No, but I want to go. I think I'm going to go this summer.
For sure.
Yeah, I think I want to go and see like even where the movie was played and see all of the places that's mentioned in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty good adventure outside.
For sure. Well, you won't be alone either, because apparently, I've never done it, but I hear that a lot of people who like Twilight, they'll go there to explore. So you'll probably see other fans of the book. That's great. And did you watch the movies too?
Yeah, absolutely. A classic.
Now, I got to be honest, I'm not a fan of Twilight. I tried to watch it, and I was just like, I can't do it.
Oh,
it was just, too much for me.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you enjoy it. That's really great. Forks is a very pretty area, anywhere over on the water. Now, being from a landlocked country, you're close to the ocean here. Have you been to the Pacific coast? Like when you went to Oregon, did you go out to the ocean?
No. I'm afraid of water. I'm afraid of big bodies of water, so...
Well, you must have gone down to the Puget Sound. That's just down the hill here. Saw that water. That's pretty nice.
I've been to the ocean once, but not like here in Africa, in Tanzania, like the Atlantic Ocean. I've been there once when I was with my family and stuff. But who knows? I might go and see the Pacific Ocean and see what it's all about.
It's nice. I mean, I grew up on the Oregon coast, so where I grew up is on the beach.
I've only been to Lake Washington.
Oh, that's nice. Have you... Probably not a lot of snow in Burundi, I'm guessing.
No snow, absolutely none.
No snow. Have you seen the snow here? Like, have you gone up to the mountains and played in it?
Yeah, near Mount Rainier.
Yeah? What was that experience like?
I think it was one of my most favorite moments since I've been here in Seattle.
Yeah.
Because, like, as a child growing up, watching all of these movies from the West Coast, you see people in the snow and you're like, I wish I could be, like, there. Because in Burundi, you only have 2 seasons.
Right.
The sunny and the rainy one. So I'm like, one. And then when I was little, I always told myself, one day I'm going to be in the snow. And then when I saw the snow for the first time, I was like, my inner child's dream, I think.
That's so great. I love it. I have to ask, this might date this podcast a little bit, but right now East Africa is getting pounded with rain. There's been some flooding in Kenya. Is everybody back home okay?
Yeah, there's also been some flooding in Burundi. Like, Burundi, Lake Tanganyika, the second deepest lake or something in the world, is next to Burundi, so it has flooded.
Oh, it has?
And, it has flooded. And then there are people who live near, like, an area called Gatumba, so, like, their houses have been destroyed and all that. And then when I go on Instagram, I'm seeing all of the pictures, and then I'm like, God, like, this is so awful. You see pictures of people of people's house being submerged in water, and you're like, this is wild.
It's unusual, right? This is not normal.
Yeah, it's not normal, but it sometimes overflows. But I think this is one of the pretty rare moments that it overflows, like, extremely into people's house. Sometimes it only goes up, like, the shore. Right. And it's done. But now, I think it's pretty awful. Like, this is one of the most awful.
Terrible. Well, I'm glad your family's safe back home.
Yeah, it's safe.
Okay, good.
Thank God.
Well, let's talk about weather in Seattle. When I'm in Africa and I'm talking to students, they're worried that they're going to freeze to death in Seattle. You're clearly still alive. So tell us, what's your experience been with the weather so far?
I think when I arrived, I'm not used to being in a country where like it's always raining or it's always cold. And then I think I pretty much expected it when I came here in Seattle because my father told me. My father learned geography. He did geography during his studies, so he told me like. It's very rainy there. It's very cold. So be sure to buy like comfortable clothes.
Sure, yeah.
Clothes that are going to keep you warm. And then when I come here, I was like, I think it's going to be pretty normal. I think like I'm going to be able to be there. Then I came here during because I came here during summertime. It was not that bad. But
Summer's wonderful, isn't it?
Very wonderful. And then like around the months of November, December, when it started to rain.
Then it gets dark.
This is awful. Because I sometimes get out of class at 3 p.m. and then it will be like dark, and then I was like, like, is this for real? Like,
okay, it doesn't get dark at 3.
I know
it's
it was
a
like
little early.
4.
But it does get at 4, 5 o'clock.
4,
it's
5
starting.
o'clock. It's like really dark, and then you look outside. I'm like,
that's only winter. It's very brief. Don't worry.
But now it's better because even at 8 p.m. you can see still outside
It's
clearly.
getting longer and longer.
Yeah, and then I'm like, I think this is better. I think this time is better.
And we're getting like 3-4 days in a row where it's just gorgeous. Then it might rain a couple days, then it's gorgeous again. See, there you go. Testament. I just worry that people think, because we're so close to Canada, that they think they're going to be walking around in 3 feet of snow.
Oh, no.
Not the case.
I don't think Seattle even experienced that much of a snow, even during the snow time. It was just
this winter, I don't think we had any big snow. The year before, we had about 3 or 4 days worth of snow that kind of messed traffic up a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. Seattle's pretty moderate, so I'm glad you backed me up on that. That's cool. So what's been the biggest, I mean, you've clearly watched some movies or whatever when you were back home. You had an idea of what America would be like when you got here. What's been the biggest shock? What's been the weirdest thing about coming to America?
I would not say America in general, but like the number of homeless people in Seattle, downtown Seattle. Yeah. I think it's pretty shocking because the movie that they show us, like, it's like there are homeless people, yes, but then they don't show you like really the number of people that you see that are not living. And then I used to think like back home it was worse, but I think it's worse here.
You think
and
so?
Then because like the stereotypes that people have about America is like all the people are rich, but then you see people
that is not the case.
Who struggle to live, and then you're like, oh, this is not the fairy tale that I always knew about America.
Right. Yeah, I think since COVID, there's definitely been an impact on the economics here in the United States. A lot of people have struggled. A lot more homelessness. So yeah, it's out there and you'll see it for sure. We want to give people a realistic idea of what to expect when they get to the U.S. I think they're working on it. They're trying to help this problem, but it's very complicated. So, but you haven't had any problems, like no homeless people have tried to take your stuff?
No.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't even go to downtown Seattle that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you take buses or subway or anything?
Yeah.
You do? And that's been a good experience?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, I take the subway almost every day, and I rarely see any problems.
Yeah, it's good. I've not seen any problem on the subway. Like, yeah, even on the buses, like they're very calm.
They're very calm.
There's not much noise.
You know what one international student told me? He said, you know what's weird about the buses is when people get off the bus, they thank the driver. And I'm like, I never even thought of that before. You guys must have public transportation.
Yeah, right? The buses, in my country, they're like loud, like everywhere. And then when you enter in a bus in Seattle, it's like very quiet, like you don't even hear the noises. The only noise that I've heard on the buses most of the time is like when the driver is announcing like the next stop.
Sure.
But then in my country, I'm like, this is different.
That's great. Oh, wait, do you hear that? It's trivia time. This is the part of the show where I ask you 5 questions. If you get them all right, you're on our wall of fame. And if you don't worry about it. It's just for fun. You ready?
I think.
Pretty complicated. All right, here we go. First question. What is the current annual tuition here at Seattle colleges to pay for a year's worth of school? Do you know what it costs?
Oh, no. No, I think my father handles that. He has my CTC link and all that. So whenever my money is sent to my account, I've never seen it.
Thanks, Dad. We appreciate it.
We appreciate you.
That's really great. Well, the tuition, because a lot of people, I always get asked, people always ask, how much is it to go to school? We're at a community college, so it's much less expensive, as you have experienced. So annual tuition here is about $10,575. And then there are fees that you pay on top of that, which is like another $1,900. And then, of course, you have to eat and pay rent or live in the dorms or whatever. So there's that as well. But, yeah, it's pretty inexpensive, so that's good.
I think it's pretty affordable.
Yeah, it's pretty affordable. I mean, it's about a quarter of the price. I mean, community colleges are just a really great way to go. All right, good deal. Let's do number 2. Name 2 forms of public transportation that are available in Seattle.
Shuttle buses.
Yeah.
And I think Uber rides.
Uber rides, that's right. Do you ever take an Uber?
Yeah. I do Lyft. I use Lyft.
Lyft.
Yeah.
The Lyft.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Do you think it's cheaper?
I don't know. I've never compared the prices.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never taken Lyft before. I've taken Uber once or twice, I think.
I've never compared prices.
But I think Uber is kind of expensive.
Yeah, I think
it's not cheap.
I think
definitely take the bus if you can, or the subway or whatever.
The subway.
But we also have things like water taxis. We've got the train. We've got ferries. We've got the little scooters you can get. Have you ever done one of those?
Yeah, I've used that.
Did it work pretty well? Because I've never done it.
They're good. It's good for you. It's good because of the fresh air that you can get.
Yeah.
And then they're like pretty fast. So yeah, it's good. I've taken it.
Do you just scan it with a credit card or something?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Do you have Uber in Burundi?
Like it's not called Uber. It's called Wasili.
Oh, okay. Something similar, but just different name. Right?
Yeah, different name. Yeah.
When I was in Ethiopia, they didn't have Uber, but they did have something similar to their own local brand of whatever. But in Ghana, I was able to use Uber, no problem. Côte d'Ivoire, it was great. It was perfect. All right, great. Next question. How many college credits do you need to take in order to have a full schedule to meet your visa requirements?
13.
Is it 13?
Or 12.
12, yes.
Yeah.
That's right. Good enough.
12, yeah.
Yeah, at least 12. 13 is great. That's wonderful. All right, next question. We have 3 national parks around the city of Seattle. Can you name one of those national parks?
Kerry Park.
National park.
National Park? I don't think I know, but I don't think I've been in one.
Oh, well, we gotta get you to a national park. So the most famous national park is Mount Rainier National Park, followed by Olympic National Park and North Cascades National Park.
I've heard of Olympic.
You've heard of the Olympic National Park?
Yeah, of the Olympic National Park.
Yes, very nice. It's the one right across the water as you look across the Puget Sound there. All right, well, very good. You did great. The last question's easy. What was the last movie that you saw?
A movie, I watched series Law and Order, Special Victims Unit.
Very famous.
Yeah,
I've watched some Law and Order. Yeah, cool. You like those crime dramas? Have you watched The Closer? Have you ever watched that show?
No.
I recommend it. It's a little older now, but it's similar age to Law and Order, but same kind of crime solving, takes place in Los Angeles.
Oh yeah,
it's a good show. All right, well, we're at the point of the show now where we ask, you've been through the process now, you've traveled here, you've started your studies, you've been doing them. What kind of wisdom or advice would you impart to students back in your region that are thinking about coming to the United States, or maybe they're considering Seattle colleges? What would you tell them?
I'd say go for it, because in my country, like, people are afraid, like mostly the thing that they're being afraid of is doing like the visa interviews.
Right.
Because they're afraid that they're going to be rejected, or when they come here that they're not going to be able to handle this type of life.
Right.
So just like go for it and let it flow and just follow the flow, and whatever happens is going to happen. I think it's for the best, because I too was afraid of doing the visa interview, but then I told myself, like, what's the worst that's going to happen? Like,
well, they could reject your visa, I guess. But you can always try again. Can we talk about your visa? Because I forgot to even ask you that, which is crazy. Because I get asked all the time when I'm in Africa about the visa process. So you got your acceptance letter from us. You got an I-20. Tell us, how long did it take from the time you got your I-20 to get your appointment?
the visa appointment?
Yeah, like was it months or was it just a couple of weeks?
I think when I got the I-20 from this school, I think it was Friday, and then I applied online for the appointment, and then on Tuesday I had the visa appointment.
Get out!
For real.
That's crazy. Wow, you know, I talked to students from Kenya, and they're like, 4 months I had to wait.
No, I didn't wait.
That's
because
amazing.
like it was even like I think it was like 2 months after my graduation from high school. And then I was not even sure I wanted to start studying because my aunt and my father were the most ones involved, like helping me apply. And then when I got the I-20, I printed it out. Then my father told me, like, ask for an appointment right now, complete like the online form.
Yeah.
And then I got an email on Monday. They told me that tomorrow was the day. And then I went. I did an interview once, and then I got the visa.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
How many did you see other people that were there for their student interviews?
Student interviews,
Or
I
their-
don't
for
know,
their
but like
F1 interviews?
I think we were like 12 people. Yeah.
And did you see other people getting their interviews?
Yeah, I saw 3 or 4 of them getting, but then the rest were after me. I didn't notice them because I
Right.
just went home, so
Sure.
I don't know whether they got it or not.
Interesting. Well, that's so great. Did you get asked a lot of questions? Were you there very long? I mean,
I was there for like 10 minutes.
oh, that's it. So what kinds of things did they ask?
They didn't ask me pretty much. They asked me like, what were my plans after finishing studying here, what I wanted to study, and then like who was going to take care of my fees. Yeah, I think things centering around that.
All right.
Then they asked me if I've ever been involved in any crimes,
Probably.
whatever. Yeah.
Have you ever been out of... Had you ever been to the U.S. or... This is your first time in the country,
Yeah,
right?
this is my first time.
Huh. What help did you get, if any, from like Education USA? Did you take advantage of those services?
Here at school.
No, in Burundi. Do you know what Education
no.
at USA is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
You didn't do that? No? Well, if you're out there and you're in Burundi or Rwanda or any place in that area, actually anywhere in the world, frankly, you know, Education USA is a free service provided by the U.S. government. They have offices in almost every country in the world, and you can get help there. Sometimes people like to learn about the visa process.
Oh yeah, like the U.S. Embassy.
Yeah.
Like the I think they call him the I don't remember the name they call him, but he used to come to our school like twice a year, and then they talked to us like the grade 12s and grade 11 separately, and then they told us all about the visa application and what to expect, like all of that. Yeah, the U.S. Embassy used to come at our school, so I think it was
Cool.
pretty ready, and then yeah.
Well, there you go. Last thing is to maybe say 20 seconds worth of your first language. And I know you have a couple of languages, but I think Kirundi, is that what you call it?
Kirundi.
Yeah, I've never heard this language, so this is a first for me, everybody. But yeah, we like to have you say a few things. You could either just something to your family back home, or it could be words of encouragement to other students in your country or in your neighboring
I'm
countries.
not sure what to say. Can I have an
Yeah, you can have a moment to think about what you might want to say, for sure. But like a lot of people, I'm sure most people have not heard this language before. So
No, it's not a pretty common language. So
Probably
what
kill
I
it.
want to say,
Sure. Take your time.
Can you give me what to say? Because I can't have my mind tell me what to say right now.
Yeah, you could just give some words of encouragement. Say, hey, think about coming to the U.S. I did, or you could say, hi, Mom, hi, Dad. I hope everything's good back home. It's totally up to you. And it doesn't have to be long. 10 seconds is plenty. Maybe tell them, I am here studying this. This has been my experience. And if you're thinking about it, I encourage you. You'd said earlier, that you would encourage people to get outside their comfort zone. So any of that's good.
Because I'm pretty nervous.
All
I
right.
don't remember the time at least.
Well, here's the good thing. Even if you make an error, I won't know it. So.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure of that. So what I want to say is yambo ngesi murakomedi basikomeze neza hanyuma abura akantu gatoyi gusa kugira amashenda yawe kurabyananiye biragoye rwose. Have a nice day.
Nice. Thanks for doing that. I appreciate it. Well, very good. So great to meet you. Thanks for coming in, giving us your time.
Thank you for inviting me.
Sure. Yeah, of course. This was wonderful. I am so looking forward to maybe seeing your part of the world soon. Let us know when you graduate. We want to hear all about how your experience was.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us. We
Thank
appreciate you.
you.
Hit the like and subscribe button if you're on YouTube. We would love to have you every week listening in to our podcast. Have a great day.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Conversations With is painstakingly crafted for you by the Seattle College's International Programs Department and supported by the lovely folks here on our campus. This show is produced and edited by me, Evan Franulovich. We welcome your emails and questions about coming to Seattle Colleges. Please reach out to us via our website or just give us a rating and a review on Apple Podcasts, as this helps others discover the show. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube at Seattle Colleges INTL. That's Seattle Colleges INTL. And be sure to check out all of the shows here on Conversations With. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.